everyone. My name is Yvonne. I'm a guidance counselor and an educational administrator. If you're a teacher and you are struggling with how to construct standardized summative assessment in your subject area, then this video is for you. The instrument you will need is called a table of specification, TOS. In this video, I will hold you by the hands and I will show you how to use this instrument. But before we proceed, I need you to do me a quick favor. I need you to click on the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then click on the notifications for updates on more educational videos that I will be posting. Share this video. Please leave a comment. So let's dive right into the tutorial. So what is a table of specification? A table of specification is a test blueprint that is designed by a teacher to serve as basis for test construction, specifically for summative assessment, that's tests and examination. A table of specification spells out what will be tested and how it will be tested. The objectives are categorized into three categories, and each category has 2 levels. Come with me to the board. Okay, so a table of specification drawn on the board. We have different subheadings here. Let me just run through the subheadings quickly. Here we have, for your table of specification, it is subject specific. So on this column, you have the serial number. The serial number represents the number of items that you're going to have. Then the next column here, you have the lesson or the topic. So for instance, in a term, you have like 13 weeks in a term. Out of the 13 weeks, let's assume that the first week was for revision of previous terms work and then trying to get the students to settle in. Then we have the week for midterm break, 1 full week, depending on the school and depending on the state. I'm in Nigeria and I'm talking about the Nigerian system. So you can always adapt it to the system in your country. Okay, so we have the first week, which most times is for revision of the previous term's work. We have a week for midterm break. We have a week for revision. And then we have like a week for examination. That's already 4 weeks. 4 weeks out of 13 weeks. So what the number of weeks you have left will be 9 weeks. So let's assume, for the sake of this, let's assume we have taught the students for 9 weeks. So I have 9 here. So this table of specification here is for examination. It is still the same thing you can use for tests. So if it's for tests, let's assume your test comes up every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. So you'll have row 1, row 2, row 3. That's if it's after every 3 weeks, you have 3 topics. If it's after every 4 weeks, you have 4 topics. So you can always adjust this table. All right. So here you will have the lesson. So let's assume the subject we are working with is CRS. You have the topics that you have taught for the 9 weeks. Let's do it together. So we say you are to write out the particular topic. But for the purpose of this, let's just say topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4, topic 5, topic 6, topic 7, topic 8, and topic 9. And down here you have total. Okay, so after this, the major first thing you are supposed to do is to tell us the number of items, that's the number of questions you intend to set. So this is an examination. So let's assume that we want to set 30 questions. You write 30 here. under rounded, you have 30 questions here. Now, after this, you come back here. After the lesson on topic, the next item you have is number of periods taught. Now, for each topic, there is a specific number of periods that you taught that topic for that week. So let's assume for topic 1, you taught them for 3 periods. Topic 2, let's say 2 periods. Topic 3, let's say you taught them for 5 periods. Topic 4, let's say you taught them for 3 periods. Topic 5, let's say 2 periods. You know, you have to, I'm just assuming. So let's say 4 to, what other numbers can we assume here? Let's just assume, let's say 3. Okay. Now, so let's assume that for topic 1, we taught them for 3 periods. For topic 2, we taught them for 2 periods. For topic 3, we taught them for 5 periods. For topic 4, we taught for 3 periods, like that. So you're going to list the number of periods that you taught, and then you add up the total number of periods taught. So this gives us 27. Are we together? Now we have 27 total number of periods, 27. For you to determine the total number of questions you are to have to set for each. Okay, before I go ahead of myself, let me explain this quickly. So, like I said, there are 3 categories in the table of specification. This is according to Bloom's taxonomy. Now, in each category, you have 2 levels. For level 1, which is low level, you have remembering and understanding. For category 2, which has 2 levels, applying and analyzing. Then category 3 is evaluating and creating. Remembering and understanding come under low level thinking. Applying and analyzing come under average, medium level thinking. Then evaluating and creating comes under high order thinking. These 6 have to be captured. So, and for each level, there's a percentage that is allocated to each. For remembering, you have 30%, understanding, you have 20%, applying, you have 20%, analyzing, you have 10%, evaluating, you have 10%, creating, you have 10%, and that covers the 6 areas. So now let's see how to determine the number of questions per level and per topic. Okay, so there is a formula to achieve that, and that formula is overall total number of items, which is this. Let's write it here, 30. That's the overall total number of questions to be set. Your overall total could depend on the number of questions you want to set. It could be 50, it depends on the number of questions you want to set. Maybe 20, 25, it depends. So we are using 30 for this. Okay, overall total number of periods taught. What's the total number of periods taught? 27. You have 27 times the period per lesson. That's period per lesson. Topic 1 or lesson 1. How many periods do you have here? 3. So you say times 3. If we do this calculation, what will it give to us? What will it give to us? 9, right? 9. No, sorry. Where's my duster? Okay, sorry. We want to know how many, pause the video. All right, so we have total number of questions divided by total number of periods taught times period per lesson or period per topic. That's 3. If we do this division, we will have 3.33. So we have here In fractions, there's fractions here, 3.33. Second topic, second lesson, you have 2 here. So if you do this same calculation, we'll just substitute this with 2, and you have 2.22. So you have to do the calculation. So we have 2.22 here. We have 5.55 here. 3 here, we have 3.33. 2 here, we have 2.22. 4 here, we have 4.44. 2 here, we have 2.22. 3 here, we have 3.33. 3 here, we have 3.33. Now we're going to calculate, we're going to add up this entire fraction. And if you add all these up, it will give you this should give you 29.97. See, you need 0.3 to round it up to 30, right? Okay. So we're going to round each of these up so that we know, so that we have a total of 30, because it shouldn't exceed 30. So let's go. Let's assume every 3 is 3. Are we together? So let's assume that every 3 is 3. Let's assume that every 2 is also 3. Every 5, let's assume that every 5 is 5. Every 3 is 3. Every 2 is 3. Every 4, let's say every 4 is 4. Every 4 is 4. Every 2 is 3. Every 3 is 3. 3 is 3. Let's see if it adds up. 3, 3, 6. That gives us 30. So we have 30 here. We have 30 here already. Now, for us to know the total number of questions we'll have under remembering, the total number of questions we'll have under understanding, total number of questions we have under applying, total number of questions we have under analyzing, total number of questions we have under evaluating, and total number of questions we have under creating. We are going to find, now, like I said earlier, each of these levels has percentages assigned to them. So we're going to find what's 30% of 30? What's 30% of 30? That's 9. What's 20%? 20% of 30? That's 6. 20% of 30, 6. What is 10% of 30? That should be 3. 10% of 30 is 3. 10% of 30 is 3. I hope up to this point you understand it. In case you are confused about anything I have said before now, you can drop your question in the comment section. I will definitely answer your question. Okay, so if you total these 9 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, it will give you 30. Excuse me. To give you 30. The total of this is 30. The total of this is 30. What does that tell you? That tells you that for every question you will set under remembering, you shouldn't have more than 9 questions under remembering. You shouldn't have more than 6 questions here in this level. You shouldn't have more than 6 questions in this level. You shouldn't have more than 3 questions in this level, 3 in this level, 3 in this level. And I'm sure you'll be wondering why do we have 10%, 10%, 10% here? Because like from this point is higher order thinking. Now, if you set your questions, let me use a ladder to analyze something. So it's like a ladder. You have 6 rungs on the ladder. Now, each rung represents something. This is the first step of the ladder, which is remembering. The second step of the ladder, you are going higher. Understanding. The third step of the ladder, applying. The fourth step of the ladder, you are going higher now. Analyzing. The fifth step of the ladder is evaluating. Evaluating. And the sixth step of the ladder is creating. So you go from lower to higher. So you have more questions here. Then as you're going higher, it's like dropping the weight as you're going up the stairs. You're dropping the weight. You're dropping a number of questions. You're dropping a number of questions. No child in your class who is taking this assessment will not have at least some marks if you set your question this way, because remembering is just like mention, list, name. You understand? Those are simple basics that every child should be able to do. Recite it, you know, name it, mention it. So that's low level. So as it keeps going higher, if you want to understand, there are verbs, there are descriptive verbs for each of this level. If you want to get to understand what kind of verbs you will use when you're setting the questions for each of these levels, you need to watch my video on Bloom's taxonomy. I have explained this there. All right, let's go back. So now, for us to know how many questions we are going to set here, like for topic 1, we can only set 3 questions, right? So let's go. When you are setting the questions, you have to start from the higher order down to the medium before you go to the lowest. So we are starting from creating. Under creating, you can only set 3 questions, right? You can only set 3 questions under creating. So let's assume that you know what the topic, you know what the lesson is, and you know what the lesson entails. So you are the one who determines which of these topics, from which of these topics can I set a question that has to do with creating new knowledge. So let's just assume topic 2, we have one question here. Topic 6 or 7, we have one question here, and then let's say one question here. Dash, 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 dash. If you look at it this way, you have 1, 2, 3. 3 questions. So this is covered. So you now go to, because you cannot exceed this number here, you now go to evaluating, which is the next lower level. Evaluating. How many questions must you have in evaluating? 3 also. So look at the topics and you know the kind of questions that you can, the particular topics where you can have questions on evaluation. So let's assume we are only assigning 3 questions under evaluating. So let's say, since we have this blank, let's put a 1 here, dash, a 1 here, dash, 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 dash. Let's have 1 here and a dash here. So 1, 2, 3, 3 questions. So for evaluating, it is covered. Now let's go to analyzing. For analyzing, you can only set 3 questions. Do you understand? Okay, I guess you're following me. So you can only have 3 questions under analyzing. So let's see, because that's the next lower level. So we are going from up to down. So we are going to analyzing. Let's see. Only 3 questions here. Let's see. We already have a question here. So let's put a dash here, a dash here. Let's say 1, dash, 1, dash, 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 and 1 here. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is covered. Now remember, by the time we are done filling up these columns like this, the total number of questions should not exceed this that you have, where you have the rounded figures. Okay, so let's go to applying. Under applying, we will have 6 questions so that every child has a fair chance of scoring some good points. Okay, so let's go to applying. We have 6 questions here. So let's say In this row, we only have one question so far. So let's say one question here. This row, we don't have any question at all. So let's put one here. This row, we don't have any question at all. Let's put one here. This row, we don't have, okay, we have one, but we can put one here. This 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say one more here, dash, dash, dash. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 here already. Now pay attention, we already have 2 here, 1, 2. And we can't exceed 3. So we need only one more here. Okay. So let's come to understanding. We have 2 questions here. We have only one here. So let's say 1 here, dash. We have, let's say 1 here. We have only one here. Let's say 1. Here, we already have 1, 2, 3. And you know that we cannot exceed 3. We can't exceed 3. So we already have 3 here. So there's going to be a dash here and a dash here. Which means this particular topic is a topic where you can have higher order thinking. This particular topic. Okay. So here, how many do we have there? That's 1, 2, 3. Let's see. What do we have here? We only have one question here. Let's say 1 here. We have 1 here. Let's say 1 here. That's 5 already. We need one more. We can add one more here and put a dash here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 here. I believe you are following. As it is, we need to have 9 questions here in total. So this is 3. 1, 2, 1 question from here. This is 3. 1, 2, 1 question from here. This is 5. 1, 2, 3. So we can have 2 questions from here. Are you following? This is 3. We have 1, 2, 1 more question. That makes it 3. Here, how many do we have? 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can't have any question from here. Here, how many do we have? 4. We should have 4 questions here. We only have 1, 2 here. So we can have 2 questions here. This level, 3 questions. 1, 2, plus 1. 3 questions. Here, 3. 1, 2, 3. No more questions. And here we have 3. How many do we have here? 1, 2, add 1 more. So let's see if it tallies. This is 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have you seen? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have you seen it? Okay. So if you check, everything is in alignment. So now with this, you can now tell yourself when you're setting the assessment. For topic 1, lesson 1, when I'm setting my questions, I will set only 3 questions from topic 1. And I will make sure that the 3 questions I will set, 1 will cover remembering, 1 will cover this level applying, and 1 will cover evaluating. It's the same thing you will apply to all the topics. And then you have a well-rounded, a standardized assessment. I hope you understand the video. I hope this is self-explanatory enough. If after going through this video and you have a little bit of confusion, you can drop your question in the comment section. I will definitely be there to answer your questions. Please, for more educational videos, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and then share. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.